Netflix is no doubt one of the most popular media and video streaming platforms today, with its own creations branded as Netflix originals, as well as a library of television shows, series, and movies obtained through distribution arrangements for a wide variety of audiences. While Rotten Tomatoes is a film and television review aggregation website based in the United States. The website determines the proportion of good reviews based on all of the reviews recorded for each film. Hence, this study seeks to analyze the film genres of the Netflix movies with the aid of Rotten Tomato ratings provided on a dataset. A multitude of processes will be studied and conducted to achieve a definitive conclusion, starting with the business understanding. What is the problem that you are trying to solve? The purpose of this research is to examine the film genres of Netflix movies using Rotten Tomato ratings from a data collection. To arrive at the conclusion, a pre-existing dataset will be derived, sorted, analyzed, and modeled in accordance with the data methodology used in data science fields. The objectives of this study are as follows. The first one being to obtain a dataset of Netflix films grouped into categories, namely show ID, type, title, country, date added, release year, director, duration, genre, age rating, and Rotten Tomatoes datas, audience score, audience reviews, tomato meter score, and critics review. Second is to determine the objective, analyze, understand, prepare, and model data in accordance with the goal of the study. And finally, arrive at a conclusion and present it in a manner that is easily understandable. Now, let's move forward to the analytical approach. How can you use the data to answer the question? The dataset supplies a precise response to the audience's question and considerations regarding the genre suitable for film ratings. The usage of the data interpreted is sorted accordingly to their genre from the year 2015 to 2020. The data used in finding the analytical approach furnish a more systematic technique in distinguishing and comparing the genres on Netflix. Under this topic, we also use the Rotten Tomatoes website to indicate data for us to analyze the ratings provided by the audience's scores given on the tomato meter. This site allows critics to create assumptions for movie reviews and make use of it for their basis in creating a more encouraging film. Movie directors scrutinize these critic-based reviews to compose improvements and became its foundation for a better flick in the future. The third one is the data requirement. What data do you need to answer the question? The goal of this study is to look at the film genres of Netflix movies using data from Rotten Tomato ratings. As a consequence, we determined that the datasets necessary are Netflix movie information and the Rotten Tomato data that corresponds to it. The specific datasets used in this study originate from a Kaggle tabular dataset that includes listings of all Netflix movies as well as information such as actors, directors, ratings, release year, runtime, and so on. Next, we have the data collection. Where is the data coming from and how will you get it? Data is collected through registering applications and getting the keys for future requests. Netflix itself automatically collects other forms of data, such as the platform used to watch Netflix, a user's watch history, search queries, and time spent watching a show. Here are the Netflix movies data that we have collected. You can pause this video for more insights. Data understanding. Is the data that you collected representative of the problem to be solved? The data collected is made up of movies available on Netflix, made from 2015 to 2020. We wish to classify the genres of various Netflix films using data from Rotten Tomatoes website that aggregates cumulative critics' reviews of movies and shows, such as the audience score, audience review tomato meter score, and critics review. We'd like to evaluate if a specific film genre is more acclaimed or condemned by the public, and if so, whether that genre affects the movie rating. For more information, audience score is the percentage of users who rated the films positively on a 5-star scale. Audience review are the text reviews given by users to a film or TV show, while critics reviews are text reviews given by professional critics. Tomato meter score is the percentage of positive reviews a film receives from publications or individual critics. Here is a definition for each age rating shown on Netflix TV shows and movies, which will be used to identify the majority of genres featured on a particular age rating. Once again, you can pause this video to further examine the ratings. Genres included are as follows: action and adventure, anime features, children and family movies, classic movies, comedies, and so on. Lastly, we have the data preparation. What additional work is required to manipulate and work with the data? The data in our dataset are carefully analyzed and examined. Each row and column were checked to ensure that no inaccuracies will be transferred into the next step, data modeling, which will be further discussed in the website. Due to the long list of films present on Netflix in our dataset, we decided to only include films released between 2015 and 2020 in order to avoid confusion and overload work using the filter and delete command. We discovered certain issues while working with the data, such as blank and inaccurate values, but these were quickly corrected, and we cleaned the database by ensuring each entry contains precise values. To quickly and precisely summarize this data, we constructed a pivot table on a separate worksheet for each film genre to be analyzed based on multiple factors such as Rotten Tomato ratings, age ratings, and the year the movies were released. The generated data contains a table in which each genre either has a particular count or average of its own corresponding values. In conclusion, each phase has a vital importance in presenting what the problem is, how data is gathered, what is data composed of, and how it will be used to address the problem. Through the 6 stages approach, we can understand and turn the data at hand along with all the values it contains into usable information that will be crucial to our objective. The data methodology functions altogether to produce a final data that has been assessed, sorted, cleaned, and ready to be modeled and graphed. And that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.